make another video. Here I am enjoying my oatmeal and stuff. But I'm kind of inspired to make another video because I'm feeling like a lot of pressure from life, and I felt this way for a long time. um, and I felt it way harder when I came back. Because when I went to Colombia, I had some hope. Like, here's a video of me. Let me make this float to top. Yeah, so here's a video of me, I guess more than a year ago, September, October, yeah, a year ago. So flash forward like a year in the past, right? October 16th, that's coming up. Like calendar, like it's September, October in like 2 weeks. That's coming up. So a lot's changed, and yeah, man, like I have to figure out how to enjoy my days more because I really enjoyed being in Colombia. And back in now that I'm like kind of forced back to the United States, and I've lost my job, so I need to stay here to find like another remote job that I can let go on. Um, it's rough. Like it's really rough. And let me get rid of these extra headphones here. So let me just also update in this video. I was talking like I had hope. Like I was thinking about like I was with this hot girl or whatever. You can kind of see her in this video. And it's sunny, and I was having good night's sleeps, and I just stayed in Airbnbs that were relatively cheap, and the U.S. dollar was good. And here we are, like traveling. This is in a nice like hotel. I think this is actually, yeah, this is somewhere in Colombia. Um, just before I'm like leaving to Mexico, I guess, and I'm with that girl, and things are really nice. I'm like talking about the tax situation, talking about my options. Like you can see, well, you can see, like I'm at like some pool area, and I'm just like on my laptop, and life is good in this moment. Like life is really good. But now, fast forward a year later. So I had thought I could like game federal earned income exclusion, um, to basically because it sounded way too good to be true, but it basically sounded like I could shave off like 110 grand, up to 110 grand off my income tax. So like I didn't exactly know how the calculation worked, but I thought I could be saving up to like somewhere between 60 grand and 110 grand because I was doing this like federal earned income exclusion. Obviously, the whole old saying goes, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. And that's what happened here. So, fast forward a year, now that I've actually submitted my taxes for the year of 2021, and I've seen like how the IRS has reacted, and I've talked to my CPA more, I can only save up to like 12 grand a year, but realistically more like 6 grand a year because it's hard to be in Colombia all that time. So just for reference, I started my journey to Colombia in June of last year, and I stayed outside the country of the United States for 330 days. And that was kind of difficult. Like I basically came back like within like I basically like just timed it so it's like just the 330 days I was gone. And each of those 330 days was pretty life changing. Like there were some really good days, like this day, but also some not so good days. Because it's like I didn't know anybody there. I struggled to like get myself established and get a girlfriend and things like that, and just really enjoy my time. So, what I'm realizing though is like it's very easy to be falsely in something that looks good. So what I mean by that is like you could be in a relationship, but that relationship doesn't go anywhere. Like I was down there, and it's like met a lot of girls, but those relationships, like I'm still maybe technically in a relationship with a girl. Like we still chat on WhatsApp and things, and say what's like up and stuff. But really, I don't feel like it's something I can bet my future on, right? So yeah, it's got me concerned, and yeah, basically I'm thinking like I need to start making decisions that are gonna affect my whole future. Like I need to decide my whole future almost. Like I need to settle down maybe and just work and have like many options in life. And I think that can only be done in the United States, unfortunately. Of course, I'm going to take the opportunity to travel again if I can and enjoy Colombia if that like presents itself. But the fact that I lost my last remote job so blatantly, randomly, it kind of feels like a gut punch to my life because my plan was just to keep that job and just kind of coast and not work stress or anything too hard. And now I'm like, I stressed a lot when I lost it, and I started playing to so many jobs that I actually have two job. Well, I shouldn't say I have two job opportunities on the table. Hopefully, none of them watch this, but I am gonna see what happens. I'm probably just gonna select the job I feel like is gonna be better for my long term. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's rough. It's very rough, and yeah. So basically, I also wanted to mention that in this video, I basically talk about like I need to make a future video to see like update you guys on what happens, and I just want to do that. Um, so yeah, this is also an amazing area. Anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked, but it was a really nice hotel. But yeah, so basically, federal earned income exclusion only can save you up to like 15 grand, and it's very rare. Like, there's not many people in the United States who know about it, let alone do it or apply for it. So I was fortunate enough to have found like one of the few CPAs in the United States, and even like some of the people in this like CPA practice say like, oh, this the person who owns the CPA is like the most knowledgeable person about federal earned income exclusion and stuff. But yeah, had I known more about federal earned income exclusion, I don't know if I would have partaken in it because only saving 15K is not that much money. And to be honest, I felt like my life here had to get more figured out. And yeah, and I almost miss my old relationship. Like I'm a very like I don't know. I need like some companionship. I need like something like we're human beings. Like God made man not to be alone or whatever. So that's how I feel. Like I feel like too alone, and I feel like everybody else has like a more normal life where they can like talk to people more. Not everybody. Like maybe some of my close friends and stuff also feel that struggle of being too alone because maybe we're programmers or something like that, and we don't really talk to too many people. But but yeah, it's definitely interesting. And yeah, so I only saved like 6 grand for each year, which is not really worth it. And it's like, that doesn't really create too much of an incentive to want to go back? Actually, not because Colombia is not amazing, but because I need to figure out stability here. And I actually don't like my setup here in the United States. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I live in like some kind of basement area, and I'm living rent free, which is nice. But it's actually holding me back in some ways because getting a good night's sleep here is difficult. Like the temperature in this basement like fluctuates like insane. Like I don't know, and this sounds like something you wouldn't want to like be interested in, but it's my life. Like this is actually like seriously affecting me, and I'm usually not a person to complain, but right now this thermometer reads like it's comfort right now because it's 22 degrees, but that's because it's 8 a.m. When it was nighttime, like it was hard to it's hard to like predict the temperature because the temperature in Boston can be, well, in the summertime, which is still I think technically summer, it can be like up to 80 degrees and all the way down to like 50 degrees. But in the winter, it's like up to like 60 degrees, but all the way down to like minus 20 Fahrenheit, right? So it's hard to get like a good consistent night's sleep. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed my previous relationship, as weird as that sounds, because like I didn't want to buy property or anything. I didn't want to I guess I didn't want to work too hard. Like I want to coast in life and I just want to enjoy my life, but I should have hustled more, I guess. Even though I felt like I hustled a lot by like not hustling and saving and trying to be wise with my decisions, like financially at least. It kind of like backfired because like you always want to be building together with somebody towards something, but with divorce and stuff I was also so reluctant, like hearing divorce stats, and and just the sleeping around and just the dysfunction, I guess, that's exists in America. So I was very cautious about everything, but but I think that can also be a detriment. Like you have to like take chances in life sometimes. So maybe you could build something with somebody and have it work out. As long as like you are not wrathful, I feel, and you enjoy each other's company and you try to avoid like conflict, you're gonna be okay. And I think that's what I failed at. And you also want to work towards something, like build something or do something that can help you and your spouse out, I guess. So I think that was just too hard to navigate though. And the fact that I was with an older woman and I wanted potentially kids was also like another stressor. And I just felt like I wasn't living my best life because there could be more potential opportunities out there. And I just see girls from other countries and things. And I experienced that for myself. And I'm like, yeah, this is possible. So it's altered my mind. Like I'm thinking how to like I don't need much money, and even though I make more than six figures, that's great and all, but like I really just want a coasting job, like something that's stable. I make like 150 a year. I work 8 hours a day. I put a good amount of work into it, but I don't stress and just I get along with my employers. But yeah, it's kind of difficult. So yeah, and I'm also applying to more tech, like a better position than my previous one. But I'm looking at like my skill set and I'm thinking about like how I am at interviews, and I'm very. I feel like I'm not gonna get this new opportunity if I apply, and actually have these two jobs at once, so it's a lot of stress, and I'm like sitting in this basement, like it's very cold and stuff. So I actually bit the bullet and I opened up a dating profile. Like I kind of want to find my previous relationship, um, because I feel like that's my best path forward. I don't know, like it feels like I've regressed in life because I don't have any relationship right now, and I'm not like thinking of buying a home or settling down roots anywhere. Um, and while this trip to Colombia was fun, it's just like, what was it for, really? It was for, I felt like I needed to jumpstart my life, and that's why I went there. But it was a good year, for sure. It was a good year. But I don't know if I'm going to be going back, as sad as that is. Um, yeah, like if I get in a relationship in the United States, I'd probably try to make it work. And right, there's a much higher chance I would try to really make it work. Obviously, I'll still be cautious because you never know what could happen. But yeah, maybe I'll get back in a relationship with a girl and just ignore red flags and stuff, and maybe it'll be another like few years of just of what it was last time. But it honestly sounds like a better situation than what I am now. Like I'm just too alone, and it's not healthy. Like kind of sucks, and yeah, it's almost like I've talked with so many friends and family, and like I just feel like they get the sense like I'm broken, like they can sense that from like my words and stuff, and I am broken, and it's like I don't know how to fix it. I feel like so left out because I don't know because it's hard to describe like my issues because when I say like oh I have a job that makes over six figures, people are just like, dude, you haven't made like derp. How can you say you make over six figures and like obviously that means you haven't made. But like with more money comes like way more problems. Like people don't consider this, but like when you have more money, your dating options decrease. It's like a girl who doesn't make that much money can just put you on child support and like financially cripple you. So it's like you want to have somebody who's at your level. But then when somebody's at your level, it's like the chances for kids goes down because usually that means like a girl's older or wants to focus on her career more, so that detracts from the family. And it's just like it's like way too much fucking sorry, I shouldn't swear. It's way too much pressure on somebody like me, like just a normal guy trying to make it in life. And like I feel like I have to be super perfect with all my decisions, with all the conversations I have, with my worth ethic. It's like I have to like be like two times or three times the man I am currently. And it's just like sometimes, I grew up like playing video games and stuff and like engaging in activities that just kind of like gave me like some small periods of like peace and joy and pleasure. But it's like I don't even feel like I can do that anymore because just like the stress of like surviving, not even surviving, but wanting also to have the chance to thrive in the future. So it's like I feel like I'm just gonna start honestly like taking away from the future potential I have and just trying to maximize my current situation, which I don't know if that's wise or not, but it's like you gotta live and you gotta enjoy life, and you never know when an opportunity can go away, or like maybe I could die tomorrow or something. So like so, it's a lot of stress, man. It's a lot of stress. But yeah, with this channel, I wanted more. Like I don't know, I just wanted more out of life. So another thing I want to mention is like I uh, I struggled with this kind of pressure for a long time. Like I always was thinking like, oh, I can like get into Google or something, or like get a higher income, or like Bitcoin will take off since I was heavily invested in that. But like Bitcoin didn't take off. It took off eventually a little bit, and that's when I cashed out. I'm like, God, I just want out of this Bitcoin thing now because I put way too much of my wealth in that. So when I got out of it, and then I freaked myself with the tax burden. I shouldn't have probably paid those taxes, by the way. I paid like 200K to 300K to 400K or something like that in taxes. I don't even want to think about it. Um, yeah, and that hurts. That hurts to have like lost so much of that money. And I put some of that money in the stock market, and now the stock market is tanking, and the Fed doesn't seem like they want to increase the interest rates. So it's like the stock market and everything's probably going to go into a recession or whatever. And it's like here I am just piling cash because I still need to pay off some of these, like another potential fee from the IRS, and it's fucking stressful. So here I am trying to get like two jobs to like make up for the debt I owe, but it's like I probably can't handle that. And it's like, yeah, man, I just need an out. So I don't know. I think that's why I want to just go back on dating apps. As weird as that sounds, like I know coach like a lot of the manosphere people talk about how dating apps are a waste of time and stuff, but my situation right now, I feel like it's my best path forward, like to get into just a normal relationship again here in the United States, and like find someone to make it work with. And even if there's like some red flags, it's like maybe I can't thrive with them. I can't have like a wife and kids and everything figured out, but at least I can survive, right? So, so that's something to consider. But yeah, I figured I'd make this quick video because I don't know, I need a vent, and I need to just like tell other men, I guess, my situation, so they can learn off of me, hopefully. And everybody's broken, right? Everybody is gonna die, right? So it's like, yeah. So there is an interesting quote, I guess. It's like few men, or every man dies, but few men live. So it's like I want to live. Like I've lived in small bursts, and I'm like, I want to make that more consistent. Like I really want to live, and it's difficult, you know. So anyway, I think this is good. I think this video helps me like reflect. Um, I realize now that I just have to enjoy the current moment. Like I can't predict the future, but all I can do is make the best out of my own situation right now. So I'm gonna prepare for tomorrow since I'm gonna have like two jobs. So I'm gonna make sure I can like have the computer ready for both. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have to ignore one job or the other a little bit more. Um, and probably I'm gonna ignore my current or the job I've had for a little bit because I just don't like it. I don't, even though it pays slightly more, like it pays like 15 grand a year more. I just don't think it's the right job for the long term because I do want to have the ability to travel again and just be totally remote and just kind of unplug more. So anyway, I'm gonna end this here. It's been a good video, but thanks for watching. Live long and prosper. Okay, take care.